You're watching Personal Finance with Coach Kelvin. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, Coach Kelvin here. In today's video, I'm going to break down basically how to open your first brokerage account, then how to go about actually finding and purchasing your very first shares. I'll make then a series of videos on what to do after you've purchased those shares, how to set them up in this share registrar with your tax file number and establish your dividend reinvestment plans and anything of the likes. And then from there, we'll also look at how to track your portfolio using an application called Sharesight, which I'm also a huge fan of. So I'm going to take you through step by step how to basically get started with this platform that I use, which is SelfWealth. Now, SelfWealth is a brokerage that is linked to an ANZ account in Australia, which you can use to purchase your shares in the Australian or the United States markets. Okay, so every time you make a purchase for Australian shares, you pay a flat free brokerage rate of just $9.50. And this $9.50 trade is much cheaper than all of the other platforms out there, which are CHESS sponsored. Okay, when you open a brokerage account which is CHESS sponsored, this basically allows you to take the opportunity to purchase shares which are then directly linked to your name. If a share brokerage account is not CHESS sponsored and you're buying a custodian model, they basically hold those shares on your behalf. They assign them to your name within their own platform, but there is a little bit of a risk because if you were to actually need to move them to another brokerage account, that can be a little more difficult, or if the particular brokerage that I'm talking about goes under or runs out of money, goes bankrupt, etc., to retrieve your funds can be very difficult. And this has happened in Australia before with platforms out there. And it's very important to try and make sure your funds are always available to you if need be. So when you buy CHESS sponsored shares, you're able to then take them from any brokerage you want. So if I'm no longer happy with the service I receive from SelfWealth, I can move them to another brokerage such as Perla, ComSec, etc. if I were to want to do so. I am, however, extremely satisfied with my experience with SelfWealth, and that's why today I'm going to teach you how to use them to buy shares. You get $9.50 per trade, and there's no size and no restrictions for doing so. So I'm just going to type in my email address that I wish to sign up with. So I'm going to put new user at hotmail.com, password, the obvious one is password 123, and then I go to create my free account. Bam. Alright, once you create a password and go through these terms, it's going to then prompt you to set up your account. It's going to ask for the bank account you wish to link to your SelfWealth account. It's going to ask you for your proof of address and some other forms to help verify your identity, and then your tax file number as well. So once that's set up, we'll then be able to get straight into how to purchase your very first shares. Okay, so once you have established your SelfWealth account and you're approved, when you log in, you're going to be presented with a dashboard like this. You're going to have a little character profile which you create. You have a tag for the social media side of SelfWealth, which if you use a premium account, you can access. I, however, do not. By using my referral link, you will be eligible for 90 days of the premium trial. So we're going to come over here to just the side of your portfolio amount. We're going to scroll down here and go to place orders. Now, by the time you go to make your first purchase, I would suggest that the very first purchase you do should be a broad market ETF. So let's say first time investing, you just want one sort of simple set and forget share that you will never have to do anything with once you set up your dividend reinvestment plan. We'll go for the Vanguard Australian Shares, which is VAS, and this holds the top 300 companies in Australia. And for a little bit of comfort to you guys, yes, I own this myself. Now I'm going to come down and click buy because I'm looking to purchase these shares. Okay, now as you can see here, it's saying estimated brokerage $9.50. Using my referral links, that will say $0 or $9.50 because you'll also be eligible for 5 free trades within your first month. Now we're going to come down to value, boom, and I'm going to put in how much money I have in my cash account, which is $212.99, okay? Now I'm looking for a price limit after that, so I'm coming here and I'm going limit, and I'm just going to put, I don't know, $90, okay? Now when I click here, it's going to auto populate everything. So I have 2 shares at $180. My brokerage is $9.50 and my remaining cash balance is $23.49. I'm going to come down to review order now, click, and as you can see, this screen pops up. So it basically has my whole order here. I'm buying Australian shares, VAS. 2, I have a limit type at 90 Australian dollars. So here I'm being asked for the reason I want to purchase this, and for me it's aligning with my target portfolio, and it has a bearish and a bullish meter here. Bearish meaning you expect it to go down and you don't expect good returns, bullish meaning you do. I want to purchase this, and I'm very confident that VAS is going to perform, so I'm now going to go confirm order. Once I click that, I'm going to be taken over to my actual order, okay? Request is queued for the next trading day because right now it's the weekend and the share market is closed. So you can see all the metrics here. I'm queued to place my buy for 2 shares. And if I look at the market depth here, you can see that the buying price is at $9.20, the highest bid, and the seller is at $9.37. So eventually they match and you'll be able to make that purchase, okay? Now, as the market is closed and I'm not going to pay $9.50 on $200, I'm going to cancel my order here. But that's essentially how you make that first purchase. Now, once you have made that purchase, your portfolio, you're going to click here, and it's automatically going to populate a little graph with everything you've just purchased, okay? So I've just purchased VAS. This is my average buying price, and this is the profit I've made on my holding. So you can see with my Vanguard Australian shares, I have $77.97 for my average. Okay, I'm at a profit of 15.89%, which is $3,345. The current price is $9.37, and the change today is just 0.06%. I have a total value in Australian dollars, and then I have my percentage of portfolio. Now if I click this here, I'm able to edit the details I've put into here. So if I messed up when I transferred my shares over from CommSec originally, and then you can buy and sell as well. When I scroll down here, it also shows you any cash balance you have, okay? So I have $212 on top of my shares. You can also, in SelfWealth, have a United States account. When you add cash to your United States account, that cash comes from your Australian holding account and is converted. When you convert your money, you pay a foreign exchange fee in order to do so, and then you also pay brokerage. So there's 2 fees in order to purchase your United States shares. If I scroll down a little further, it says what my overall distribution is, 100% holdings in here. I don't have any assets or liabilities listed. And then any orders I may have. So this is SelfWealth. And once you've made that purchase of your shares, we then need to take a few more steps. It's not just as simple as buying and holding, although that's what I want you to do for your strategy. Once you have made that first initial purchase, we then need to know how to enter our tax file number, how to set up dividend reinvestment plans, and anything else you may wish to include. So I hope that gave you some good insight, guys, as to how to go about buying your very first shares within your brokerage account once you've established it. As you can see, SelfWealth is an extremely user-friendly platform. It has a great UI and it makes it very simple and easy to get your head around. It's not super confusing and it doesn't use a lot of technical jargon. Now, as you can see, a flat fee of $9.50 is brilliant, but if you do wish to just go ahead with the brokerage, which perhaps your bank offers, there may be higher level charges attached to using that account. So for example, I have in the past used CommSec as my brokerage, and anything up to the value of $1,000 was charged $10. Anything that I traded up to or above $1,000, sorry, was $19.95 to trade. Anything above $10,000 was $29.95. So it's very important we look at fees when we are making a purchase, because any fees we pay have a negative correlation to our returns, okay? So if we can reduce expenses, we automatically have a better return on time, because if we are having to earn money just to cover our brokerage fees, we're essentially already shooting ourselves in the foot. Now guys, if you got any value from today's video, please let me know, like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.